Are deadlines and goal setting getting you closer to what you really want, or are they keeping everything good away from you? Hey, it's Andrew, otherwise known as that guy who wrote the last Law of Attraction book you'll ever need to read, and today I am going to be answering a very important question that really often comes up. But before that, real quick, whether this is your first time here or you've been here before, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and of course, tell all your friends as I continue to make more videos. I'm looking forward to more and more people, obviously, finding out about them. And I definitely want them to get to today's topic specifically because it's a really important one. With that in mind, this question of are deadlines and goal setting, are these serving you? Are these actually helping you in your path towards manifesting and attracting all those things that you want the most? Well, it's an interesting thing because for some people the answer might be yes, and for some people the answer might be no. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you my experience of deadlines and goal setting, how it works for me or how it didn't work for me, and then I'm going to give you my best recommendation on what you should do from there. So to get started, I'm just going to come out and say it. I hate deadlines. I don't like goal setting, and there's one specific reason why these things don't really vibe with me. It's because they really don't vibe with me. In other words, whenever I've set goals in the past in terms of having specific deadlines, a specific timeline, and a specific way by which something has to happen, I've limited myself, and more often than not, I've actually kept the thing from me. I can remember way back years ago when I would have these grand visions of making a certain amount of money or having a certain accomplishment, and I would write down, by January 1st, X year, I'm going to have this, and this. And what happened was I would write that down, I'd have the list in front of me, and for me, this is just my personality. Every day I'd wake up, I'd look at that list, and I'd look at the calendar, and I'd see that I basically lost a day. I'm one day closer and one step closer to reaching that deadline without having what I want. There was this unnecessary pressure on me. I couldn't help but feel it. I couldn't get around it. It was what it was. This is how it was affecting me. And so as the clock ticked away on me and that day got closer and I didn't feel like I was getting closer, or maybe I did make steps, but I didn't feel like I was getting there fast enough, I would just introduce all this pressure and all this resistance, and 99 times out of 100, I did not get what I want. And when you think about it, 99 times out of 100, I basically wasted all that time because I injected that unnecessary bit of resistance into the process where I otherwise might have really thrived, where I otherwise maybe would have been more patient with myself and would have had an easier way of going about things, and maybe things would have unfolded in a much easier fashion. And the reason I say that is because when I hit a wall in my life where things really fell apart, and some people know this story, and I'll share it another time if you've not heard it yet, but I had to have this basically, moment where I looked in the mirror and said, what am I doing here? This is not working. I've got to get around this. And I made this decision of not that I'm going to do it by this date or it's going to happen in this specific way. Instead, I said, I don't care what happens. I don't care when it happens. I don't care why it happens. I don't care how it happens. All I know is, with where my life was at that point, all I know is I am going to go all in with this law of attraction thing. And when I say all in, I just mean 5 or 10 minutes a day of simple gratitude or visualization or scripting exercises. And I was going to leave the details to the universe. I was going to make it open-ended. I was just going to let things happen the way they were going to happen. And I was not going to let anything distract me, whether it was good news or bad news. Nothing was going to keep me from just going in open-ended, not worrying about when or how it was going to happen. And that's when things magically happen, because the really crazy thing about this, and you're never going to figure this out unless you actually go through it, or maybe you'll just take my word for it and you'll try it. The really crazy thing here is when you let go of how it has to happen and when it has to happen, the universe will often very pleasantly surprise you, not only with the quality with which you receive those results that you want, but the speed with which you achieve them as well. More often than not, as long as you're not putting pressure on yourself, you'll get what you want even faster. Or sometimes maybe it'll take a month longer than what you thought it would be, but that month longer actually gave you a way better result. Because ask yourself, do you want the job promotion in June? Or do you want the new job at the way higher salary, at the way easier commute, with the way better colleagues, with the way better career path? Do you want that 3 months later? Which one do you really want? That deadline in June, which again, in my opinion, you'll be resistant to and you won't get anyway, it, in my opinion, doesn't really measure up to those couple of months later where something way better happened for you. But again, a lot of times you'll actually get it faster anyway. So that's, that's just another detail here. So, bottom line, long story short, no surprise here, too long didn't read. I don't like deadlines. I don't recommend deadlines. I don't think they work for me. I am not a goal setter anymore because when I set goals, goals stay away from me. When I set intentions and I leave it open-ended in how I'm going to receive those intentions and when I'm going to receive those intentions, good things not only happen around that area, but really good things also happen on the way that I wasn't even asking for, at least consciously. Now, this begs the question, what about you? Just because I don't like deadlines, just because I don't like goal setting, should you let that affect your decision on whether you're going to use it? Well, no, you should not let it affect your decision, but there is one very key gold standard that you should let decide for you. And if you've been watching my videos before, this would probably come as no surprise. But the standard by which you determine whether you're going to use goal setting, whether you're going to use deadlines is, do they feel good to you? Does it give you enthusiasm? Does it give you gratitude? Does it give you anticipation? Does it provide you with this level of hope and good feeling that you know things are on the way? Or does it add a weight to your shoulders and add unnecessary resistance and unnecessary stress and make you feel like you're never going to get it? Make you feel bad about yourself, make you feel shame and judge yourself because you're not getting there fast enough? What does it do for you? What do deadlines do for you? How do deadlines affect you specifically? That's the answer. And you know right away, by the way. You will set a deadline and it'll either feel really good to you or it won't feel so good. And if you don't recognize it in that moment, you'll wake up the next day and you'll know. Do you either feel like really bad looking at that clock, looking at the calendar tick away, or do you feel good like, wow, this is on the way? That's going to be your answer. That's going to be how you make your decision. So, you know me, I'm always happy to be a guide here, but like I say in my program, Gravity of the Cosmos, I'm the guide, but you're the boss. You are your own guru. It is up to you to make this decision for yourself and to trust your gut feeling as you do this. And again, for me, I say no to deadlines. For you, say what you want to say what's in your best interest, say what resonates most for you. And speaking of Gravity of the Cosmos, now I want to hear from you. Do me a favor, comment below. Let me know your thoughts on whether deadlines or goal setting are good for you. Let me know what kind of experiences you've had. Let other people know through those comments so they'll be inspired to take action and make a decision on goal setting for themselves. Let me know whatever your experience has been. And as you know, if you've seen prior videos, any comment that you put in there, that'll get you entered into my monthly contest where one lucky winner will walk away with Gravity of the Cosmos, my advanced level, full immersion guided program for manifesting your every desire through the law of attraction. This is my top shelf, top level program where I take you through 90 consecutive days of methods that only take a few short minutes each day so that you don't have to worry or wonder about what method to do next or when to do it. And you can instead just sit back, relax, follow along on my videos where I guide you through everything and get yourself 3 straight months of massive vibrational momentum toward inviting and manifesting the life that you've always wanted. And if you don't want to wait until the next winner's announced and you want to give Gravity of the Cosmos a free test drive right now, my book, The Last Law of Attraction book you'll ever need to read, has a link to special bonuses, including access to the first few days of Gravity of the Cosmos, free of charge so that you can try it before you buy it. You can check out the book on Amazon in Kindle, paperback, or audiobook format by going to lastlawofattractionbook.com. And while we're on the topic of the book, I want to quickly spotlight a recent review and thank one of you awesome readers for sharing your feedback. This 5-star review was left by Grace on March 14th, 2021, and it reads, "This probably contains everything one needs to know about the law of attraction. After I read this book, it follows me everywhere that I go in search of more LOA material, and it reminds me of the title. I also like that it is very easy to understand, and it doesn't victim blame insensitively as some other similar type of books do." Well, Grace, I read that kind of feedback, and I only had one reaction. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm really glad to know that by the way you describe it, the book was like a warm, easy, comforting place where you can just learn this content, understand it, and most importantly, implement it. So thank you for reading the book, thank you for sharing your feedback, and thank you in advance for using the content to manifest those things that you want. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to comment below. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to be back soon because I've got more awesome videos on the way. I will see you next time.